Greetings and welcome to Reforged. In this episode, we are going to be recreating and upgrading one of the most iconic and legendary ACs in Armored Core history. That, of course, being the notorious 9-Ball. So, let us begin. Alright, so here we have the Armored Core 6 recreation of 9-Ball, which was actually given to us by a member of the community, Mr. Ronin's Ghost, who posts a lot of PvP montages and all that cool stuff, type of Armored Core content. So I'll have his channel linked in the description below if you want to check it out and see some epic plays indeed. So yeah, once again, Ronin, thank you for the build. Let's break it down. Alrighty, for the loadout itself, we have the 760 PR plasma rifle, and this weapon is overall pretty damn solid. One of the faster projectile speeds for plasma, in fact, probably the fastest uncharged projectile speed for a plasma rifle itself, really only competing with the Nebula. It also has a very fast charge up time with a 3-round type of burst shotgun blast, which can be pretty okay if most hit, and especially if it splashes into a big AoE, but if most of it misses and you only hit one, it's not going to do an insane amount of damage. It also overheats on the first charge attack, unlike its brother, the Nebula. So yes, overall a pretty good fit for 9-Ball's energy rifle. Next for melee, we have the Pulse Blade, an overall very solid melee weapon. In fact, one of the best in the game. It has a very good charge attack, normal attacks, and overall is decently light and energy efficient. I've seen others use the Laser Blade. I'm not too sure which one's more similar to 9-Ball's actual melee weapon, but either one gets the job done. Although in overall effectiveness, I would much rather take the Pulse Blade rather than the Laser Blade. The Laser Blade's swing is pretty nice, but a little situational. For show the mounts, we have the Split Missile 16 cell, which overall looks pretty similar to the missiles we see on 9-Ball in previous titles. And overall, split missiles are very good. A little slow in the lock-on/reload, but their tracking and damage is pretty damn nice. And then lastly, the Grenade Cannon Earshot, which again looks very similar to the one we see 9-Ball use in the other titles and is devastating, doing high amounts of damage, a hefty reload of 9.3 seconds. So yeah, with very high attack power, very nice impact, and max blast radius, this weapon is pretty damn devastating if you can get it off. Which of course, with the max blast radius, it is best to jump above your opponent or wait until they are near an obstacle so that you can get that blast radius, splash damage, and get more bang for your buck, as this is not like a bazooka. It doesn't have detonation range unless you're lagging, so raw shots are most likely just not going to hit if there's nothing around you to splash off of, or if they're not already staggered, or they stagger themselves with an animation. For the frame parts, we have the 44S head, the Orbiter core, the 46D arms with the little 9-Ball emblem, and then lastly the Melanda C3 legs, which will land us at a not so great 9000 AP, pretty alright 11,000 defenses, a not so great 1600 stability, and a fine boost speed of 356, with a quick speed of a not so great 321. For the inner parts for boosters, we have the SPD, which is proficient in thrust, meaning our normal boost speed, so our moving around speed. For FCS, we have the Talbot, which has a nice mixture of close, medium, and missile lock connection. For a generator, we have the Coral NGI, very good for its max capacity and redlining if you'd prefer it. Not sure how lower accurate it is, but again, you can pretty much switch to almost any other gen. And for expansion, Assault Armor, very aggressive indeed. Alright, for playstyle, with this loadout, there's a combination, a type of very nice synergy. That would be missiles mixed with the PR, with the earshot into the melee. Of course, if the missiles don't hit, you can of course just rely on the PR and earshot into the melee. But outside of that, there's a lot of freestyle potential. No necessarily one way to play it. You can either spam normal attacks, which are pretty fast, although not the fastest on fire rate. Of course, always spam missiles pretty much no matter what. You melee into an earshot if it doesn't kill all the way, and it should be a decent type of pseudo combo as well. So yeah, although not the best loadout, it's decent at covering all corners. More akin to close range, as the plasma splash damage would be pretty nice. The earshot, very hard to avoid at closer ranges. The melee, of course. The missiles are okay for close range, although not the best. And overall, the assembly isn't too fast nor durable, so it's okay overall. But yes, this is the 9-Ball recreation. Let us see if we can create a new Master of the Arena.
これがレクイエムだ。
And here is 9-Ball Reforged. For primary weapons, I decided to switch out the PR to the linear rifle Harris, which keeps us in line of having a rifle, but this rifle has much stronger synergy with the rest of our build, and overall is a very solid weapon, which its normal shots are very strong, as well as the fire rate's decent, and the bullet velocity is strong, but yes, indeed, its charge attack is where it shines. The charge attack is super hard to dodge, especially with a little bit of lag, and it can deal high amounts of instant impact, which of course can be used to proc stagger or build up a lot of stagger to match into something else. Next for melee, keeping between the Pulse Blade, as it indeed is the best of the two, and if I had to have a melee that kind of matched with the flow of 9 Ball, this works. Plus, the Pulse Blade itself has great synergy with the Charge Harris. We'll get into the combination later, but indeed very, very strong, these two together. And for the shoulder mounts, I just doubled up on the earshots, indeed. Who needs missiles when you have 2 earshots? Which, of course, outside of stagger are devastating on their own. If these two land on almost any build, they are going to instant stagger them, allowing us to melee punish. But them themselves as a punish is also incredibly devastating. But again, more on that in a bit. For the head, going with the 44D head, as it has a nice splitting contribution of mainly AP and stability, while also having some pretty decent stats. And it doesn't look too different from the 44S. For the core, going with the Alba, as it has a nice amount of stats for our weight, I would go Mind Alpha, but of course we're overburdened. And if I want to be a little more optimized, I'd go for the Melander C3, but the style points I don't think are worth sacrificing with the Alba. Gotta get that armor decor indeed. For the arms, going with Basho, mainly for our melee, as well as we don't need insane recoil control nor firearm spec with our rifle, as well as we don't have missiles, so we don't need to sacrifice our FCS, trade in stats for that. And for the legs, switching over from Melander C3 to Melander. For a more optimized decision, could go Mind Alpha, but again, the style just doesn't fit too much more than I'd like, and it's not that necessary with a more gimmick build like this. If we land our combo, most opponents will die anyway, so we don't really need to squeeze the optimization too much. For inner parts, for boosters, running Kenkaku, which is a little bit of a gamble as it has pretty poor normal stats for boost speed, however max melee attack thrust, as well as very good EN consumption on melee attacks, meaning we can rely on this boost in our melee alone to close the distance with the most enemies, as well as have a greater chance of landing our charged Pulse Blade to, combo into the rest of our build. So although you could go with the more all-rounded and optimized Alula, for this build though, and our combination is way more optimized to go with the Kenkaku for that melee thrust. For FCS, going with ourselves to get us max close range assist, which should help out with the lack of firearm spec from our arms. And despite it having very poor missile lock connection, we don't have any missiles, so we don't have to worry about that. For generator, keeping the NGI for max capacity. I would run Santai, but our EN load is very not good, meaning our recharge would be very, very slow, so I'd rather just do Coral at that rate. And of course, max capacity is necessary for the max amount of times we can feint our melee, meaning getting more distance and maneuverability out of it, as well as more chances to actually land it. As if we can feint our melee every time an enemy can dodge, and if more, then we can pretty much guarantee landing it. For expansion, Pulse Armor, which is very good all-rounded, and it helps us recover if we whiff our combo, as well as just pop it after a combo if it doesn't end up eliminating our opponent. Alright, for playstyle, the mighty combo, so you charge up the Harris, move in with a charged Pulse Blade, charge it up, blast the Harris, and then earshot for punish. That'll be a lot of damage. Our melee will be back pretty soon as well, which then we can run charged Pulse Blade back into Harris, back to another stagger, probably kick for a punish because our earshots won't be back up. But yeah, that combination right there is very devastating and can one-shot a decent amount of builds. And similar to the last variant of 9 Ball, although we have this very nice synergy with all of the loadout, it does have a nice amount of freestyling allowed. One of my favorites is to feint in with the melee to close distance and get maneuverability, then land the earshot, then punish with the melee, and end it with the Harris. Of course, alternatively, you can just fire one earshot into Harris, into melee, into earshot, and of course, all types of fun stuff. Don't even need to charge the Harris all the time. You can just spam the normal shots, get some decent damage, or even just, shoot the last couple of bullets if it needs to be. And of course, if their stagger is incredibly high or they're low health, you can of course just swing out the normal shots at Mach 10, given our, melee assaults, or melee thrusts rather. Which, speaking of, we are reaching about just over 720 melee speed, which is very, very strong, very, very fast. That is faster than our assault boost, even when we ditch our weapons. Let's see, it should be around 400 plus. Yeah, 470, or 457 rather, which is pretty fast, but the fact that our melee, I wonder how fast our melee is right now though. Shink, 800, Jesus Christ. Mago! So yes, this is 9 Ball Reforged. And before we move on to the PvP, last episode we took a look at the legendary White Glint Joshua O'Brien variant. And in that episode, I asked y'all to give the new White Glint a new Reforged name. And once again, y'all came up with some pretty cool ones. But I think the best has to go to Ivory Flash. A very nice and clever play on the whole origin of White Glint's name, alluding to his speed and the increase through the Reforged variant. So yes, thank y'all so much for your suggestion names. Ivory Flash it is. And so of course, if y'all have a name for this new variant of 9 Ball, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I will select the winner winner, the name in next episode's Reforged. As always, of course, feel free to leave a suggestion for the next type of mech we should reforge here in AC6. And that, of course, can be any mech from any type of mecha media. Any anime, show, movie, game. As long as it's feasible to recreate in Armored Core, I'm down to give it a go. But yes, with all that out of the way, enjoy the fights. Oh, what have we? Double LRs, medium weight, and earshot. A fellow earshot enjoyer. Can't tell what's on the other shoulder, if anything. Though I'd imagine it has to be something. Let's see what the 9-ball man can do. Here he is. Early earshot. No. Last feint. Not gonna reach. Oh, never did. Close his PA gun. Close the mine gun, but that's alright. Our energy back. Oh, spreads it a hit. Good God. Alright, should be able to get this. Oh, just about not. Don't touch the ground. Nice. Not gonna let you do much here, but. Ooh. No! Ah, GG, damn. Screwed at that one melee. I was fainting too far away. Alright, tis but a warm-up. Tis but a warm-up. Now we lock in a bit of back. Ooh, that's rough. How you do the dodge of that early was kind of nuts. Pop mine as well. Didn't really need the pop mine, but I guess we're here now. Should be just the end. Nice. I'm surprised he's getting out of the mini staggers so quickly. I don't know if I'm just bugging or what, but it is what it is. Alright, alright. The final countdown. Nice. So I was gonna evade most of that. I'm chilling. We're getting energy back. Use some more PA. I have mine though. Surprised I missed. Crazy. The trade of the century. Alright, let's get my energy back. We get one more combo, be kind of nutty. Close the distance. Ooh, interesting to stop there. Pew pew pew. Chi-chi. Oh my god. Oh, double earshot is a mighty. I don't know if I've ever run double shot in any build before. It is something. GG. Alright, oh, same dude. The ranked experience indeed. Getting pretty slow matches as well, so that makes sense. Overall, our builds aren't. I mean, they're pretty different, but hey, we have a melee. We're red, medium weight with an earshot. Tinto and dupita blah. Let me fire that off, rip. Nice. Yeah, how is he able to get away from that? Oh, we're lagging, that's why. I seen our connection being a little iffy last match, but yeah, it's most apparent here. Want him to go away. There it is, okay. GG's. That's why he's getting out of the pseudo combo a little more reliably. Which is weird, because if you try to do this combo on NPCs, they're more likely to get out of it, showing that it's not meant to be a true combo. Hence the pseudo. Just the game's slight lag / delay with multiplayer. Huh. I don't think that would overshoot that much. Oh wait, what? Nani? I dodged that almost 100%. Let's get rid of that, and then I'll pop mine. It's smart to... Oh, okay, didn't mean to feint. I meant to feint that, but did not feint. Oh, and my hair's in charge. Let's go. Ow! GG, I guess. Damn. I messed up heavily. Happens. Yeah, doing that is rough. Not to play, as they say. Oh, how those miss? I have no idea. Oh, thankfully did that. One is pulse to go away. Maybe get mine back. This should about reach. Nope. Not like that though. There we go. You and done and doneer. Cheese. Oh my god. He's got lag on his side, but I have 2 earshots. Let's go. Okay. Double Holderman Duo 03 medium weight with the Coral Oscillator. It's gonna be interesting. He's gonna want to stick close, which is good for us. Makes it easier to land this combo, though it can be a bit tricky, a little iffy at such a close range, or they might dodge past you, but only if really they have insane boost speed. Really interesting. Dear God. Yeah, very good assault. Oh, can I get at it? No! Oh wait, we destroyed each other and I got it! Nice! I was trying to earshot my heart off. Oh my god. So it seems when he goes in the kick, I overshoot the Harris more than not. Interesting, interesting.
I understand it now.
Alright, now that I know he's going to go for a lot of Assault Zim kicks, I can kind of play around that. In fact, if he goes for it off rip, I might be able to just jump above him and immediately earshot. I'll feint some melees to make him think that's what I'm doing. Yep. Oh, that's good stuff. Know thy enemy. Pop this way, gonna assault though. Oh, let's get the arrow. Bit of damage. That's something. Nice raw melee, baby. The mind games are rough. That was close as hell though. GG's. Medium weights with the shotguns are indeed hard to overcome, but I have air shots. GG. Alright, same dude here at the watch point though. Yeah, we don't really have the stability to tank a whole lot, so we really need to get in and get done with what we are trying to do indeed. Ooh, just about barely did reach. Ooh, that's damage. That's damage. Try to get above him earshot. About to be ready. Oh, perfect. Oh my god, the risky noodle. It's sometimes worth it, sometimes not. Mine's way more, my build here is way more gimmicky than his, but I mean, if the gimmick works, that's the point of a gimmick, I suppose. Oh, I'm surprised it actually missed. Kinda weird. I'm surprised that those missed most of the shots. Your shots. Pew pew. Pew pew. Oh man, using the boost speed, or the melee thrust speed to close distance and dodge around and then earshot is honestly great. I love it. GG's, man. GG's. Alright, and that is it for this episode of Reforged. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, if you have any recommendations for any other mechs we should take a look at here on Reforged, do let me know in the comments below. And again, thank you to my channel members, my Egg Crusaders. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Archie, Shadow, and Metal, cannot thank y'all enough. Thank you so much, and y'all have yourselves a very good one. Peace.